The Browns are loaded with picks. They've kept trading down to get picks. And then the Browns had this deal in place to get McCarron for a second and a third. The Bengals filed their paperwork, and the Browns didn't file theirs to the league in time before the deadline, and so the deal was off. There were all these types of rumors and theories that maybe Hugh Jackson went above the front office to the owner, Jimmy Haslam, to put pressure on the front office to make a deal, knowing that Hugh Jackson was on the hot seat. He wanted a real quarterback. The front office didn't really want him, got the deal, and then sabotaged it by not sending in the paperwork. There are others that simply say this is how incompetent the Browns are. They don't even know how to file correctly when a trade goes through. It has brought up a lot of old demons like you're going to trade a 2 and a 3 for A.J. McCarron, but you're not going to draft Carson Wentz. You're not going to draft Deshaun Watson. And on draft day at 5 o'clock, there was the story, the reports, that the front office left the office at 5 o'clock and said, we're good here. I think our day is done here, or the day before. And the coaches were furious. So all of this came to a head yesterday as Sashi Brown took the podium. And to hear his answers were comical because the questions are comical. Are you undermining the coach? Why did you pass on multiple franchise quarterbacks? What is going on with Deshaun Kaiser? What is the plan? You've won 1 game in 2 years. I mean, it honestly sounded like a Curb Your Enthusiasm episode.
They had our paperwork, we had theirs, and then it was incumbent upon us to send. It's nothing we would ever do to try to make up a trade, to sabotage a trade. Just wouldn't make any sense. Deadlines do make deals, but they don't have to, and so we can get better there.
The common perception that is out there right now is that you guys really aren't on the same page.
Yeah, and obviously I can't go to every single report that's been out there, and I'm not going to comment on Carson. I'm happy that he's off to a good start to his career. What can we learn from that can help our decisions moving forward? A player that's going to perform on another team at a high level or is performing on another team that you had a chance to draft, or a free agent that you miss on, or a trade that you don't quite get, that's part of it. We're not going to be perfect. We have a very aggressive plan as we move forward to bolster this roster in a huge offseason, probably the most important we have, and we're planning to execute on it. Many of you have kind of documented this with the Tim Couch experience here, whether they threw Tim out too early. There's certainly teams that are out there that are turning around. We are going to be one of those teams. It'd be nice to be able to control where all the other teams are going to send their players. We don't have that control. Someone can call my wife and kids and tell them where I was at 5 o'clock, but it certainly wasn't home. Yeah, Tony, I would just say I don't think just trading down, was the problem. There's a lot of teams that passed on Deshaun Watson or other quarterbacks that have Derek Carrs and the others that didn't go 1-2 in the draft. But we're not going to get everyone right, and we haven't, and we won't moving forward.
Slow zoom into Sashi Brown's face. Slow zoom into Browns fans' faces. Stunned looking at the Sashi Brown press conference.